Yes, it's a Budweiser product. Hey there folks, I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this video. It is Friday, February 11th of 2022, and we are looking at Bud Light Next. Pardon, this is a super crisp light beer. 80 calories. 4% alcohol by volume, and 0 carbs. Now, 0 carbs, super crisp, light beer. Oh look, it says recyclable. Metal can. I'm guessing that's some kind of recyclable thing they're supposed to put on there now. I can't blame that on Budweiser. Anyway, yeah, I got a 12-pack of these because I thought maybe it would make an interesting video, and I didn't realize you could get it in a 6-pack because I only saw the 12 packs until like the third place I'd been to look for beer that day. But here's what I'm excited about in terms of the Bud thing. 0 carbs. That's gotta be good, right? 80 calories? 80 calories, that's even better than most seltzers. 4% ABV, a little lower than half the seltzers out there, but honestly, for 20 calories less, well, I don't know. It's a trade-off, but 0 carbs. So, here's the thing. How do you make a 0 carb beer? And it's labeled as a beer, not a seltzer, not as a malt beverage. It is a 0 carb beer. Grain, even the massive amounts of rice that are used in Budweiser and Bud Light, still leave behind some carbs. Okay, so this is why we're checking this out. I mean, don't worry. This was not allowed to sully the sanctity of the beer fridge. It chilled in the regular fridge with all the salad fixins. That's a fucking lie. There's no salad fixins in that fridge. Look at my fat ass. Anyway. No, it really, I did not allow this in my beer fridge because it's a Budweiser product. So, anyway, let's approach this somewhat objectively as much as we can from the standpoint that this is a 0 carb, 80 calorie, yet 4% ABV product. That's what I'm going with. It's got the tall, slim cans, like a hard seltzer would, but it is a beer. According to the label, it is a beer. Even though it pours like a seltzer. All fizzy and shit. Like, really fizzy. And that soda / seltzer type of fizzy versus a beer type of fizzy. That is a ridiculously light looking. Holy shit, it looks like somebody pissed in my seltzer. It's got a ton of bubbles. Tons of bubbles. And there's that light yellow color, which means that, I don't know, maybe it's like an ultra filtered beer, or they just tossed a bunch of fucking water at it with some grain alcohol. They're still labeling it as a beer, which means there has to have been grain and yeast and hops and some sort of water. Lots and lots of water, I'm guessing, involved. Government warning. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. Comments. Average analysis. Calories, 80. Calories, 0. Protein, 0. Fat, 0. C. Bottom of can for... Maybe the ingredients list is on the fucking box, which I should have brought out here with it, but... What the fuck is in this? Like, seriously, what the fuck is in this where it just has a bit of a yellow color, yet they're allowed to label it as a beer? Okay. It has a slightly grainy aroma. It has a slightly grainy aroma, but there's also a hint of... there's that one guy at work, maybe in an office environment. I'm pretty sure he worked out before he came to work, but you can't quite tell. That's there as well. There's like this faint undertone of light workout sweat BO. Maybe he played racquetball, because I can almost smell rubbery racquetballs. But that could be in my imagination. It was definitely a light, grainy aroma, with some odd, slightly unpleasant esters underneath that remind me of post-workout BO. And a hint of rubberiness. I like the smell of a fresh can of racquetballs, so yeah, I'm weird. But just a hint of that too. Again, that could just be my imagination, but I keep smelling it, so maybe not. All right. Seltzer. That bitter seltzer water flavor up front. Holy shit. There's a hint of graininess. I mean, this is really light, watery, and easy to drink, but there's a hint of graininess, like a really watered down beer. But then when you burp, there's a hint of hoppiness to it. Like, seriously, it's like a seltzer at first, but then, have you ever been to one of those places that has unlimited beer? Like, I'm thinking there's a couple of them in Florida. They're like tourist places where you pay for your a dinner and a show, but it's unlimited beer and wine, but it's watered down shit. So like you have 12 beers, but you've really only drank 3 because it was watered down. It's that kind of beer flavor. But then when you burp, there's actually a hint of hoppy bitterness coming through. Seltzer, watered down beer. And maybe now I'm getting a hint of the hoppiness in the finish. Without the burp. That's okay. I'm slightly impressed, guys. Burp. There's a full-on burp. And I'm getting hops, but I'm also getting Cheetos. Burp. That is fucking weird. Like crunchy Cheetos flavor. I haven't had anything. No, the closest thing I've had to Cheetos in the last month was last weekend. I had a Doritos Locos Taco from Taco Bell. So, I don't know where that cheesy flavor is coming from, but I'm getting a lot of confusing flavors out of this. But ultimately, here's the bottom line. I'm actually somewhat impressed by this. It tastes more like a beer than any other seltzer on the market. And I say any other seltzer because I am fully convinced that this is a watered down beer made with seltzer water. But there's probably just enough beer in there that they can call it a beer. That's my thought. I have nothing to back that up. I'm getting a couple of weird fucking aromas off of it, but they're slight undertones. That aftertaste of Cheetos is completely bewildering, and I don't know where the hell it's coming from, but it's there. But I honestly have to say, it's a good thing I'm pretty buzzed by this point anyway, because I have to admit that I'm fully throwing this into the seltzer camp. Call this bullshit, call me out all you want. I'm fully throwing this shit into the seltzer camp. But pardon. Fucking Cheetos. I got a belly full of fucking flavored whiskey and cream soda, and yet I'm tasting Cheetos when I burp up this shit. Burp. Anyway. And now the hiccups are coming on. Alright. Debate me all you want. Hit me up down in the comments, the email link down below. Seriously, debate me. Tell me what you think. But I am fully throwing this into the seltzer camp. But it is the closest... It is the seltzer... The one seltzer I've had that is even close to being beer-like. It's... I mean, it's a Budweiser product, so I hate to say this. It pains me to say this. But I'm fully throwing this under the seltzer bus. But all the fruity flavors, all the fancy fall flavors, all of the different seltzers that I've tried recently. And I'm even putting locally brewed, quote-unquote brewed, seltzers under this. I think it was Lone Pine I did at their variety pack. This is the one that has the closest flavor to a beer that I've come across. Sulfur. There's a sulfur aroma to it. Still, for what it is, it's not that bad. 0 carbs, 80 calories, 4% ABV. If you're a beer drinker who's trying to cut carbs, this is your go-to. Budweiser is actually a go-to product. Ow. Fuck. That hurts to say. It literally hurts to say it. But I mean, seriously, given the choice between this and all the seltzers out there, for one thing, it is 20 fucking calories less than all the seltzers I've seen. They all come across the board at 100 calories per can. This is 80. It's 20 calories, but still, is 20 calories is 20 fucking calories when you're drinking 6 to 8 of these. At 4% ABV, you're probably drinking 10 to 12 of them. But with 0 carbs, yeah, it is what it is. I hate to say it, but this is honestly a go-to for a low-carb, low-calorie alternative to any other beer out there. Ouch. Fuck. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm going to start drinking this on the regular, but it's less offensive than some of the other healthy alternatives. So, Hell, it's honestly probably even healthier than drinking some of the fucking, just drinking straight liquor or whiskey. So, yeah. Alright. I think I've run out of things to say about it. As a matter of fact, I've said the same thing several times about it throughout this video, so I'm just going to leave that as it is. You know, hey. Once again, hit me up down below in the comments or the email link. Let me know what you think. While you're down there, don't forget to like and share the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Once you have subscribed, click on that little bell note icon up there. It'll give you a notification every time I post a new video. Yeah. I mean, don't in any way think that I am endorsing Budweiser products or the way that they do business or the flavor or value of their beer, but I am 100% endorsing this product as being the most beer-like seltzer on the market. Because I know they put beer on the label. As far as I'm concerned, this is not a beer. This is a seltzer. This is a beer watered down with seltzer. I don't know how they're allowed to put beer on the label, but there must be some beer in here. It's got to be watered down. I don't know. I need to do some research, but it is what it is. It's not. I've said my piece. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, folks. Till next time. Cheers.